So today on the agenda you can see here the first up exercise was racked squats, was doubles and was meant to be a 9 RPE. This one I pretty much got the RPE bang on. You can see first reps a little higher, struggled to get to that depth in the reps, and pretty much Friday's always a really hard day, so it's quite nice to have the reps on, although I really don't enjoy them that much and have a lot of respect for the equipped guys who can do them even tighter than me and still handle it, because yeah, it's quite a painful experience I find. Dropped down after that top set at 250 to a pretty comfortable 9 RPE at 235. Again, first rep it struggles to get depth, second rep dropping it a little bit more. You can see that I just get a little bit of a faster drop, and I think it gives me a little bit extra pop out of the hole as well. Still getting used to the reps, and I do really struggle with them on, find them pretty painful, but that's part of the game and just got to get used to that when I'm using them. Then went on to the bench press today. I actually got it wrong. I didn't look at my program before I came in, which was stupid, but it was meant to be a triple at 9, but I worked up to a double at 9 just because I didn't read that and didn't see that. So I'm still working up here, 140 for 2. I think this may be a double PB touch and go. I'm not actually sure. But this was at 8.5, so I figured, well, hey, I might as well pop another 5 kgs on and see what I can do. The first reps on these are looking pretty strong. I'm getting tight, I'm pushing through quite hard. The butt's not lifting, which is normally my biggest issue with the bench press, is the butt starts to lift, but you can see on the second, I just let that come up. I don't drive the knees out, I sort of try and drive the hips up. So my focus needs to be on really pushing the knees as hard out as I can at the start. Had a little bit of ammonia for this one, just trying to get used to it again before the comp, because I do quite like to get a little bit amped up and aggressive before the comp, so gave it a bit of a crack before this double bench PB here. These came up alright. You can see this first one again, nice and fast, or fairly fast, a little bit of a slowdown at the top, but easy to grind through that, but doesn't lift. And then the second rep, I just let the butt come up a little bit at the bottom. So it's just focusing on those knees, really pushing those knees out. The bench at a comp will be higher. This bench is probably about an inch shorter, and I find that even just having that slightly higher bench at the comp does make it a whole lot easier to keep the butt down. So I don't think it's anything to worry about, but it's definitely something I need to be aware of. I stopped after this drop, wasn't quite 6%, but I think it was enough work with what we had done earlier. Final exercise of the day, this was just my top set. I'd done a previous set at 80 for 5 to 8. And just called it here after these 90 times 5, which was at a 9 RPE. Starting to get a bit better at those shoulder pressing exercises, and even with that little bit of a pop, I quite enjoy this exercise, and still feel that my shoulders do benefit quite a bit from it, so I'll definitely be keeping that in after Worlds. Coming up tomorrow are some double deadlifts. I'm looking forward to those, hoping to push for a good number there, and then there'll be a little bit of floor pressing. I think it's some Romanians, so it's going to be a good morning tomorrow. Time to recover and get ready to smash it again tomorrow morning.